Today's video is going to be just a little bit longer than usual. We're going to talk about sleep habits, and I'm going to give you some tips to try to help you get a better night's sleep on Mental Health Minute with Kim. If you're having trouble falling asleep, there are a couple things you can try to help you get to sleep faster. The first one is, if you lie down and you're not asleep in 15 minutes, get out of bed and do something else for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Then go back to bed and try again. What you're doing is rewiring your brain to associate your bed with only sleeping. So don't lie in bed and read or anything like that. You want your brain to think that you only should be sleeping in bed. That leads me to another thing that you can try. If you're one of those people who says, I need to be on my electronics at bedtime, my phone, my tab, I need to watch TV in order to help me sleep, you're really fooling yourself because you're not helping yourself sleep. What happens is electronics emit blue light, which tells our brain not to make melatonin, the chemical that helps us sleep. Our sun emits blue light during the day, which inhibits the production of melatonin and helps us stay awake during the daytime hours. I would suggest that you get off your electronics at least an hour before bedtime, but preferably 2 or 3. Now, if you absolutely have to have an electronic device at bedtime, turn on the blue light filter. It reduces the amount of blue light and increases the amount of red light, which can help produce melatonin. Likewise, if you're having a hard time staying asleep, make sure your electronic devices are off so that blue light isn't getting in and waking you up during the night. The last thing I want to talk about is nightmares. When we have a nightmare, it can sometimes be hard to get the images and emotions associated with those images out of our head and out of our body. So I suggest starting a journal. When you have a nightmare, write down everything about that nightmare that you remember, the emotions associated with it, and don't worry about complete sentences. Don't worry about punctuation. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. None of those things matter. What matters is that you're getting those images and emotions out of your head and your body and onto that paper. So having said that, don't read what you wrote. Once you get all of that out of your head, close the journal and put it aside and don't go back to it, at least not that night. You want to keep those images and emotions out of your head and body so you can try to go back to sleep. I hope these tips can help you get a better night's sleep, and I'll see you next time.